Nice. We are live, guys. Welcome to the show. Get ready. Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's the Hake Report. The Hake Report. La la la. Oh, it's the Hake Report. The Hake Report. La la la.
Hey, guys.
Oh, it's the Hake Report. The Hake Report. La la la. Oh, it's the Hake Report. The Hake Report. La la la.
So, what's up, guys? I am James Hake. This is the Hake Report. It's Wednesday already, April 8th, 2020. And by the way, apologies to those of you who may have noticed. I forgot to rename my stream on, my stream on Restream. And so I was calling yesterday's show Monday, April 6th or something like that, or 7th. 6th, I think Monday, April 6th, when it was really Tuesday, April 7th. So sorry about that, guys. I forgot. But, by the way, I am wearing a Get a Job t-shirt. Get a Job is a guy who supports Jesse by putting out of his own volition, putting out awesome little compilations, sometimes not that little, compilations of Jesse Lee Peterson's savage moments. Nice, huh? Find him, subscribe to him on YouTube, support him on his Patreon, or buy his t-shirt, or buy his t-shirts on teespring.com/stores/getajob. I will link to them on my blog post. You can find my blog posts of each day's show, thehakereport.com/blog, or thehakereport.com/show. If you scroll down, you'll see like little summaries of the most recent shows. It's nice, right? I have some news for you. Bernie is out. Thank God, huh? Now we just need Joe Biden to suspend his campaign too. But I don't know if he will. I don't know if he has the sense to, right? Did you catch my interview with Chadwick Moore yesterday, Tuesday, April 7th? Chadwick Moore being the gay right wing. He doesn't call himself gay, meaning homosexual. I don't know if he calls himself that, but whatever. He doesn't call himself conservative out of respect for real conservatives that don't support homosexuality. But yeah, he doesn't even really seem to support homosexuality. Isn't it interesting? He seems to agree that gays should go back into the closet. And we need to bring back shame about wrongdoing. Right? So that's cool. He used to be a liberal. And so he was already so-called out of the closet. So I don't know. Appreciate you guys' super chats, challenging him, and the calls too. I should have gotten to the calls earlier. I wish I had. Some people accuse me of being a little long-winded, which, I kind of sensed that too. Appreciate that. I outed him. Yeah, I did. That's true. I'm like, you're a homosexual, right? I was just repeating what I'd heard. I should have, I think I might have said right. A leading question. I should have asked, are you? If anything, right? But although he does talk a little bit, was he talking? Could you tell just by the way he talked that he was of that ilk? Playing for the other team.
You could tell.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen him on Fox News and stuff before. He's on Tucker Carlson's show sometimes and others. But anyways, Bernie's out, loser, socialist. Socialists are losers, right? By the way, catch Bill Lockwood's show on socialism, communism. He calls it socialism, communism, and his interview with Jesse Lee Peterson of the Jesse Lee Peterson show. That's Racist donated a diamond and said, great interview / guest, gays and pot in the closet. Great point. That's Racist. Mark from, most recently from Canada, Mark from San Diego, Canada, Los Angeles, wherever else he's from. He said that, pot smokers and dealers and all that, they should do it in the closet. And you should have shame about all these things. Alcohol, pot, sex stuff. all that. That way, because it's not just, oh, I'm not being genuine. No, it's about respect and dignity and shame, and not putting yourself out to be judged, and not embracing shamelessness, not taking away the sting of being wrong. Because people really, they start to joke about doing wrong stuff, and then it's when you joke about doing wrong stuff, it makes it seem okay, and it's not okay. By the way, support Jesse Lee Peterson on Patreon, guys. I know this is the Hake Report, and I appreciate the support from me too. That's awesome. But I've been so excited over the months of putting out Jesse Lee Peterson's 90s TV shows, and so I want you guys to still be able to get them. We're putting them up behind the patreon.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. If you hate Patreon, I understand it, or you don't want to support them. Subscribestar.com/Jesse Lee Peterson we also put up the shows there too. Or you don't like Subscribestar? I don't know why you wouldn't like Subscribestar, but newproject2.com/Jesse Lee Peterson is a third alternative. They're all the same thing. They all have the same content anyways. New Project 2 is pro-free speech, put out by Dick Masterson. Anyways, guys, that's exclusive content and early access to 90s JLP and calls with Mel from Atlanta, classic calls. So check them out, support. I know a lot of you guys do support already, even without the Patreon. Thank you. Anyways, let me get to some calls, and we'll keep on going. I have a little bit more to say about Bernie, and Trump tweeted about him already. And also some of this coronavirus stuff. There's a pastor who criticized mass hysteria, and he died from this thing. But this pastor, in my opinion, he was still right, even though he did die from it. And the media is evil, I say. But so is this disease. This disease is evil. Anyways, let me get to some calls. First, before that stuff, Samuel out of Sweden. Samuel, good to hear from you.
Yeah, hi there.
Hey.
My friend.
How are you?
Well, I'm doing well. I do have work still, but it's only 3 hours a day because they have lowered it. And,
okay.
But
right
I spent the extra time to walking to work, so that's it's a long way to work. So
right.
I walked about 6 hours totally. No, 5 hours.
Wow. That's good for you, though, huh?
Burnt a lot of calories.
I bet.
Yeah, but I had two things to talk about, and the first thing is about Corona, because in Sweden we are very free. When if you watch Sweden and all other countries,
yeah.
I mean, we're not locked into our houses in Sweden. We have the right to meet up to 50 people. I mean, churches do still congregate, and I mean, you're allowed to have restaurants and things like that. But I mean, things are going bad for everyone. But what I don't like is that everyone in other countries, the journalists, from every American journalists and whatever, they talk bad about Sweden, like Sweden is insane. But I mean, I'm so happy to live in a free country.
Nice.
And so I just want to say that right now I'm really happy living in Sweden. Like I feel like I'm very satisfied with the government right now.
Yeah, that's good. That's a change, huh? Because Sweden is known as being more like socialist, not free in terms of free speech.
But I can tell you that right now they're talking in the government to get extra powers to be able to lock down the nation. But they don't have it right now, so they have to have all the political parties to support it.
Okay.
But right now you're free in Sweden. You can go wherever you want. You can,
Are people scared? Are they wearing masks? Anything like that?
No one is carrying masks, at least where I live. I don't live in Stockholm or the some of the bigger cities.
Okay.
Nobody, and people are pretty relaxed. I mean, you can, but of course, people are moving less around. You see less cars, you see less people. I mean, myself, I have stopped going to the gym, and I find that these other ways too. I don't eat at restaurants right now because I just
better safe than sorry, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I can go out. I don't have to sit inside my house. I mean, I talk with people who are literally locked inside.
Yeah.
And I can go do, but I can buy things at the grocery store. No one is policing me. I can go here and there and nothing.
Are there reports of people getting sick over there?
Well, right now we have about, let's see, I think it's over 500 deaths. But that's another part I want to say about the coronavirus. Everybody say, this many died by the coronavirus. Yeah. But we know that almost everyone that dies by corona has some serious sickness beforehand. So I just feel that really you should say a person with severe diabetes dies by diabetes after getting, the flu, corona, whatever. Because if people are really healthy, they will probably not die by coronavirus.
Yeah, from what I understand, it can do some serious damage to people, whether they die or not. I don't know, but you are right. I've heard the same thing. Is that most of the time when people get die from it, they have other things going on too that weaken them or make them more at risk and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what they say? It's they die. People who die with the coronavirus, it doesn't mean that is the cause of death, but it is still a serious thing. I think it is serious.
Yeah, I know.
But they are. It's kind of like some of these mass shootings. I generally believe that these mass shootings, all of them, really did take place, but they come in with their false solutions and false diagnoses of the problem. And it's like they name this thing called racism. And we know that racism doesn't exist, but we do know that hatred between the races exists. And they're part of the problem, these media people. Yeah.
And anyways. I would like to say that, if you hate, inside your race and outside your race and everywhere you hate.
Exactly. Yep. These people that hate other races, they don't love their own families. No. They don't even love their mama, even though they think they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had another thing I want to say, and that was I called in talk with Jesse a couple of weeks ago, and he said, I talked about my ex-fiancée, and he just said to me, you made her your god, and that's why you're feeling all these things.
Yeah.
And I've been, reflecting about that and realized that the only way I could make another person my god is because I myself, my ego, is my god. I realized that I still, has an ego. Do I say the right English word? I mean, if I didn't have the ego, I could not be able to make any other human my god because I don't, it's first you have to make yourself like a god.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, that's just something I realized actually today. And, I had my birthday last Sunday, but I forgot to call in and have you sing it for me. You don't have to sing it right now. You don't have to sing it. I just want to make this.
Wow, well, happy birthday, man.
Yeah, I mean, it had a really nice birthday, actually.
Good. That's cool. How old are you, if you don't mind my asking?
Yeah, I'm 36 right now.
Okay. Right on, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
You're as old as Dan Crenshaw. I just happened to Google his. Just a side note that doesn't have anything to do with anything. But that's cool. It's good to hear from you, Samuel. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, thanks.
And that's nice that you realize that about making the girl your god and having your ego be your god.
Well, it's like if yourself are important, you will make other people important. Like, There's honestly, only God is important.
Yeah.
Um,
That's
kinda-
nice.
yeah.
That's a good report. Samuel, it's good to hear from you, man. Take care.
Yeah, the same. Bye.
All right. Bye. Let me get to David out of Kentucky. David, long time no hear. Nice to hear from you.
I watch your show every day, James,
Right on.
and I love your show. I want to ask you a question, buddy. Can I ask you?
Yeah.
Are you an open homosexual?
No, I'm neither open nor closed. I'm not homosexual.
Why do you keep having all these flipping homosexuals on every day? Yesterday sucked.
Every day.
I had to walk away.
You know what, man?
Isn't there one Christian family that's happy you could have on your show to show the homosexuals the other side?
I guess I could if I could find a good Christian family. I don't know of any.
You
But
keep talking about these homosexuals every day. That's all you ever talk about. No wonder you don't know anybody.
no, but I don't. I know more than just homo. It's
I'm
not all I
trying to
ever
look
talk
at the
about.
Beautiful side of life, and I see so much darkness.
You know, you're reminding me of the callers who get frustrated and can't stand to listen to Maze out of
Hey,
Dayton, Ohio.
I don't care about Maze. When my ex-wife and I divorced,
Yeah.
a year later she turned into a lesbian. I can't
Wow.
handle it no more.
Oh, okay. So maybe
Yeah.
I get it now. Yeah, because there are people, and yourself included, who have a judgment against the homosexuals that you can't
I
even
don't
stand
have
to.
no. I do not have that. I do not have that.
Then how
The
come you're
Mexicans
reacting
say
like
he'll
this?
take it. No.
How come you're
no.
reacting then?
Because I wake up and what do I see? Homosexuals. I don't see anybody that even halfway looks like they could be God.
They could be godly, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
But
I love your show.
yeah,
But
appreciate it.
like I said, I can watch anything. But, with all this virus, with all this plague, with all this doom and gloom, what do you put on? Faggots.
But you
I'm
do have
telling you, buddy.
you do
I'm
have
not
a
trying to be mean.
No, I know.
But
I know you're
try
not.
to put everything in their own place. And I wonder, are you trying to show us God or the happy homo life?
I'm not trying to show that. See, David, you're not seeing this clearly.
Some of these people are very convincing.
He's not convincing. He's not happy.
He's not convincing me.
You think that then why do you say some of these people are convincing?
Well, the way they talk, and they're so sincere about being queer.
But he doesn't even agree with it.
Yeah, well, he's on TV making a lot of money talking shit too.
He don't cuss for me, David.
I won't. You know what shite. That's a Scottish word.
But David, it's quite clear from your reaction that you are like you can't stand these people, and that's if you're looking for hold on, hear me out.
Everybody, James, is not like that. Don't even go there, brother.
I am going there. I am going there because
I don't want to be homosexual. I don't want to love homosexuals because I don't want to be one.
If you that's not doesn't make you homosexual to show actual love.
Well, it sounds like some days you can do some cocaine, you're hooked on life, or you want to go over and have sex with a man, and then you're hooked for life or something. I don't know what it is, but it's weird to me.
It is weird. Homosexuality is weird. But so, too, is this overreaction to it. You're a grown man, David. You're a grown man.
Hey,
I'm not.
When I was in the Army, James, let me tell you a little
David,
short
David,
story.
do you
When I was
love?
in the Army,
Hold on, David. Hang on.
Listen, James.
All right, out of respect for the boomer,
I'm going to tell
because
you
he is a boomer, I respect older people.
And I want everybody in Texas to hear this one. Listen, I was in the Army in Houston. I was in a motorcycle wreck. There were so many homosexuals there. I carried a wooden stick in my boot, and I had it carved in it, the fags. sticker.
The
And I
what?
got in an accident, and guess what? The orderly in the hospital was a homosexual. He seen it. He wanted it to show to his boyfriend, and he gave me a walking cane when I walked out. And I came home. Then I gave the walking cane to my mother, and I told her the story. And my mother turned into a lesbian, too.
See, you're
They're all
traumatized
gone.
by this stuff.
No, I'm just sitting back laughing, really, brother.
Well, that's good, but
Sitting there
yeah.
laughing. It's all
Crazy.
funny to me. I don't want to go to heaven with
You don't want to
a
go to
bunch
heaven
of
what?
queers, with a bunch of homosexuals with me.
Well,
I'd
you
rather
don't
go
even
to
know if
hell.
you're going to heaven or or anything.
Well, I've got so many friends, James, in hell, it really doesn't matter.
I don't know, man.
You
I don't
know,
know what to tell you.
My brother blew his head off. What do you think he's at? What do you think I would like to be with?
I don't know. That
Yeah,
I remember you told me that.
Yeah, well,
You
I
committed
forgot it.
suicide, huh?
Yeah, it's okay. My son did the same thing.
Do you have patience, David?
Do I have what?
Patience.
I have God in my heart. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do, then how come you're overreacting to this?
Well, James, let me tell you, there are so many beautiful women on Instagram that would love to meet you, but you just talk about queers a lot.
David,
Yes,
answer the question. Don't be dodging.
lay it on me.
How come you're overreacting to this? And then
'Cause
you're going around.
sitting
If you
here with
love me
Kat-
so,
I'm
if you
sitting
love me
here
so
with-
much, hold on, David. Another
No,
thing.
no,
if
no.
you,
Hey,
no,
I
hold
love
on.
your
Be
heart,
quiet,
man.
David.
I don't love you. I looked at somebody else one time. The White Buffalo, by God,
What are you talking
Jacob
about?
Smith is a good friend of mine. I looked up at him one day because of Jesse, me listening. I looked up and said, Jacob, man, I love you, man. He looked at me and said, David, are you homosexual? How about fucking shit? I thought,
David,
flip.
David.
I know.
You gotta calm down.
I apologize. Man, I apologize.
All
But
right.
I thought, I didn't know what to say. Here's a guy I look up to as a musician. He blows me
No,
away.
don't
We're
trip
good
out over the
friends.
word love.
I
don't.
just looked up and said,
When I'm
"Man,
talking
I
about
you,
love,
man.
I
love
meant
you.
God's love. If
I
you
give
actually,
I love your mind. I love the way you
Oh,
write.
gosh.
I love the way you sing.
He's making
That's
it sound
what I meant. But he thought I thought, and I've been with him at 15 concerts. He knew me. He knows me. And he looked up at
David,
me.
if you don't mind my asking,
I'm having cabin
roughly,
fever
roughly,
right
how
now.
old are you? Roughly.
I'm almost 70 years old.
Okay.
I'm
And
same
and
age as
you
Jesse.
are you clean? Meaning you
100%.
live clean?
100%.
No drugs, no alcohol.
No drugs, no alcohol. I'm allergic to alcohol because of Agent Orange.
Oh wow.
I don't smoke cigarettes.
Where'd you get the Agent Orange? Was that
In the
Vietnam?
Ashaw Valley on Hamburger Hill. May of 69.
Where is
I
Hamburger
wasn't
Hill?
Sweden
Is that
Eagle.
Germany? Is that Germany?
Oh, come on.
I don't know. I don't know
Come
geography.
on. Did
I'm
you
serious.
Did you go to school in China, brother?
Basically, I went to school in the People's Republic of California,
Boy, Jesse is
and I didn't pay
dead
attention.
on that. You should never went to school, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
but that's Germany.
you don't even know. You've never seen the movie Hamburger Hill.
No, I was sheltered. Nam is Vietnam.
Well, forgive your mother for that.
That's good advice, man. That's
Really.
Nam, right? Is that Nam?
I
Somebody
feel
in
bad, man.
Periscope.
I went to Vietnam for my country, and you don't even know anything about it. That's a trip.
But I still respect you. You know that I love and respect the boomers in a non-homosexual way, by the way. But I love the boomers, and I respect them. And you know that.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I listen to all your calls.
Yeah.
I like them all, man. I get into a lot of them. But when like over on the Fallen State, still to this day, I've been listening to that show for over 2 years.
Yeah.
The Mason is still number one.
Freemason.
The Mason is still number one.
Are you a Mason? Out of curiosity, if you
My
don't have to
father.
answer it, but
I'm not smart enough to be a Mason.
oh, okay. Huh.
You have to memorize a million things.
Oh,
and I
okay.
have trouble.
So you know that Jesse's not either, because he can't memorize stuff.
I know it. I know it. I know it. I know it. I know it.
Well, man. Oh, by the way,
If I write a song today,
Are you a Christian?
tomorrow I would have to read it because I would kind of like forget it.
Yeah.
If I'm on stage, I hate to say it, but I'm the only one that's got to have the music in front of me.
Yeah. Are you a Christian?
Southern Baptist by the grace of God.
And
Do you know what that means?
that means you're a Christian.
You better believe it, brother.
Yeah. Do
Or,
you
hey,
have?
cuz. I'd rather call you cuz.
Cuz.
Hey, cuz. Cuz. C-U-Z. Cuz.
All right.
Cousin. You know
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have?
Yeah.
Do you love the gays? The so-called gays, right?
I would love to see the day they became normal.
But how about them? Do you love them?
I love everybody, James.
So that's
God's got to make the big decision there, not me.
right. But do you love them?
I am just like Jesse. I love everybody and my enemies.
All right. That's good. You do the silent prayer? Do you do Jesse Lee Peterson's silent prayer?
Yes, I do occasionally. I do my own praying.
The Bible says pray without
Is there
ceasing.
any silent prayer right now for this virus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The Bible says to pray without ceasing. We should be praying without ceasing. Anyways, David, I appreciate
What does Jesse say about the Bible?
He says that it's a roadmap and it's the word from God, but it's not the word of God. And then there's a lot
That's
of
right.
twisting in the scripture.
That's right.
Do you think that
That's right.
do you think where it says pray without ceasing, you think that's a twisting of the scripture?
Look, in the 8th grade, I was in Lake Worth Christian School,
Yeah.
and I failed because I could not memorize a Bible verse.
No,
My
no,
mother and father
I
took me out of
understand that.
there
That's
and put
good.
me back in a regular school
Yeah.
because I couldn't memorize.
But what about the pray without ceasing thing, that principle? You heard of that before?
No, not really.
Yeah, it's in there. That was like one of my favorite verses because it was short because I had to memorize them. I unlike you guys, I was good at memorizing. Which is maybe not a good thing. But
I have another very close
I could be a
friend.
Mason.
Yeah, you could be. If you did, your whole life would change, James. It's that big of an organization.
Yeah, crazy. Scary.
It is.
But David, I
love going right to Scotland where it all began, too.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
part Scottish.
My
I'm
grandfather
1/4,
was a
I think.
Freemason from 1925 until 1983.
Wow.
He taught
David,
me a lot.
I gotta go, man. I appreciate talking with you.
James, I love talking to you today. It was fun. It was great.
That was
I
fun.
feel better.
Well, I'm glad that you did call. I'm glad you got it off your chest. I was quite a bit taken aback, I must admit.
No.
But hey,
Don't.
that's cool. Take care, man.
Okay, you too, bud.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Let me get to Russ out of Virginia. Russ, long time no hear.
Yeah, how you doing, James?
Doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I was listening to you, and you said something about a preacher that was, I may get this wrong, so I apologize if I do. You said something about a preacher that was saying something about the coronavirus, and then he came down with it, and you said that he was right.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate what you said?
Yeah. I can actually read you the story. Drudge reports a pastor who criticized mass hysteria dies from the illness. New York Post article. This is Landon Spradlin. Joel's out of the thing right now, but when he gets back, I'll have him show you guys some pictures of this guy. Small town Gretna, Virginia, nearby. Nick may be able to show it to you. Nearby Lynchburg and all that. He was in New Orleans preaching during Mardi Gras. Yeah, this is him. This is that pastor, Landon Spradlin. and he was preaching during Mardi Gras celebrations, you know, the degenerate celebrations down in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Come on, man.
Well,
Come
I mean,
on.
they're drinking and stuff like that.
Okay, well, yeah. Okay,
but anyways,
you,
he's a preacher, right? So he was preaching.
Right.
He was preaching. You know, Jesus loves you to these people, and then he started feeling sick down in New Orleans, and then he's also a seasoned musician, by the way. He's in the Blues Hall of Fame in 2016. But he battled, as he was battling symptoms, even while he was battling the symptoms, he shared this so-called controversial meme on March 13th, comparing coronavirus deaths to swine flu deaths, according to the media. And the meme is no longer visible on his Facebook page, probably because he's getting a lot of hate from the liberals.
Right.
But the meme decried the public reaction to the pandemic as mass hysteria and suggested the media was using the outbreak to hurt President Trump. Both of those things are very true. Both of those things are very true. He may not have been taking good care of himself. He looked a little overweight maybe, and he was, you know, not 30 or younger. And so he was probably weakened to it. And although he died, look, in the comments, the pastor said he believes the coronavirus is a real issue, but I believe the media is pumping out fear and doing more harm than good. And he said it will come and it will go, according to Patch.
So can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You kind of said under your breath he was right. So
he was right.
What was he right about if he died from it?
What I just told you, that one, there's mass hysteria. Mass hysteria will not prevent him from dying. And two, the media is trying to hurt Trump with it. So those two things are true. Mass hysteria doesn't mean there's no danger. He said it's a real issue, but the media is pumping out fear and doing more harm than good, which is true. So he was right.
No, that might be your assessment, but just because
my
you
assessment
say that
is correct. It's fact.
No, it's not.
It is the truth.
No, it's not.
Yep.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
He said that it's mass hysteria.
Yep.
And he's dead.
Yep. And
so
he was right.
So maybe there was some validity to the fact that that's mass hysteria.
No, there's never validity to hysteria.
Why?
Because that's female.
So?
That's fear.
That's not female.
Yes, it is.
Why?
Hysterical. When you think of hysterical.
I almost called you Jesse.
Thank you.
James, let me ask you a question.
I'm flattered. I appreciate the compliment, but flattery will get you nowhere.
No, it wasn't a compliment, and I apologize. But why is it that you feel that your opinion is the correct opinion?
It's not an opinion, it's the truth.
Anybody that opposes you, no.
Yes,
why?
well, yes.
Why is what you feel the truth? And
it's not what I feel. It's what I plainly
wrong.
Can tell.
Can you prove anything that you say?
No, because you're blind. You're blind, and you can't see you can't see proof.
No, you just say no. I'm not trying to argue with you, but
yes, you are. Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. You just
you are arguing with me.
I'm blind.
You are arguing with me.
I'm blind.
Yes, you are arguing with me.
I'm disagreeing with you.
Thank you.
Prove that I'm wrong.
I don't have to because you're blind.
Anything that you say.
You just look around you. The proof is all around you, but you can't see it because you're blind.
Proof. That's sad that you say that that's your proof that I'm just blind.
You are that's not my proof, but you are blind. That's why you can't see the proof.
Because you can't prove anything. You just make.
I don't have to prove anything.
Because you can't.
I don't have to prove anything, Russ. You're blind. You can't tell the truth.
You can't.
Yes, I can.
I'm blind.
Yeah.
Because you say I'm blind. And
no,
actually,
you're blind because you can't see.
The funny thing about it is that I'm legally blind. That's the funny thing about it.
But you're spiritually blind. That's even worse.
No.
Yes.
Spiritually.
It's the truth.
I'm legally blind. That's
spiritually, you're blind. That's worse.
Prove that.
No, I don't have to prove it. You don't think spiritual blindness is worse than physical blindness?
Prove anything that you say, James.
I don't have to prove anything I say. Either you see that I'm right or you can't see that I'm right.
Okay.
Thank you.
You just have a platform. It's your platform, and you can say whatever you want to say.
And you keep coming back.
You can't prove anything.
And you keep listening.
Because I'm
you
wondering
hate.
what stupid thing you're going to say next.
Yeah. Hate watchers. Gotta love them. Appreciate it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you really?
Marlene Silvano says Hake is wrong here. What am I wrong about, Marlene? There is mass
Wrong
hysteria.
about a lot of things. And
People are scared. People are dying
Here's
in their sleep from fear of this thing, and that's fed by the media.
Since I have you on the phone, can we get off that and talk about something else that's kind of a little more positive?
Right. Yeah.
Joel?
Oh no.
Oh no, what does that mean?
It's anticipation.
No, I'm not going to say anything negative. I just want to ask a question.
All right.
Joel has a music video with Isaac Palmer. Is he with a band? Is he in like a band with Isaac Palmer? Because I kind of dug the video. It was kind of cool. I'm a music guy, so I dug the video. It was kind of cool to me. I dug it, and I was just wondering, is he going to do more stuff with Isaac Palmer or not?
Go for it, Joel.
Oh, well, appreciate it that you like the song, Russ.
Yeah, no, it was cool, man.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm going to write a response to it because you talking about the groove, and I'm old school, so I'm down with the funk. You know what I'm saying? I'm a bass player, so I'm down with the funk. So I'm going to write. And that's just for my personal thing. It had nothing to do with you. But I was just wondering, are you with his band or because it was, I dug what y'all did.
Yeah, it has a little funk element to it. No, we're not part of a band. He lives in Mississippi, so every once in a while we'll make a song together, and that was the second one we did. So, no, there's no band together. That was actually his dad. That was actually his dad.
That was tight, man. It was real tight. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even when I looked at it, it was like the guitar player was the same dude that was playing the bass. So. He was doing both parts and stuff because I do everything myself.
Oh, right on. Yeah, no band. It was just a good song, but I appreciate the compliment, man.
Yeah, man, it was tight. I give you all props for that, man. It was tight. It really was. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
I didn't know that dude was going to be on the phone. That's not what I, brought that up for. I didn't know that you was going to be on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
I was just asking a question.
You can hear me?
A little bit. Oh. It's all right.
Thanks, Russ. I appreciate that, man.
It's not too disgusting.
Yeah, no problem, man. Hey, listen, James,
yes.
I dig what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I followed you because I've been listening to Justin for a long time. And I followed you from, coming up and stuff to getting your own channel and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, but... and I was like in your corner when you first started. Actually, when you first started with Joel and Esteban,
yeah,
because it was a different spin on things. You know what I'm saying? It was like, well, these are the young kids' view on this and all that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then it kind of changed. Now it's just like a regurgitation of what Jesse says.
Because Jesse's right.
Yeah, but
now
not everybody agrees with what Jesse said. You know what I'm saying?
Not everybody has to agree with me agreeing with Jesse.
Right.
And you're right. And you're right. These guys haven't been exposed to Jesse as much, or maybe they don't see it the way that I see it yet. But I was definitely closer to Jesse. If you listen closely to those early shows with the Hake Report with Joel and Esteban, you'll hear me saying my thing. I'm saying the same thing that I say now.
Okay, but now you're starting to really act. Even your mannerisms like Jesse.
No,
so
people have been saying that forever. I point at the camera when I'm copying Bill O'Reilly.
Dude, you talking to somebody that tested Bill O'Reilly's show before Bill O'Reilly was to the masses. So be careful about what you say. Right?
I'm copying Bill. I'm just telling you, I'm copying Bill O'Reilly when I do that.
Okay, dude,
Tonight.
But I'm saying to you, I work for a market research company. We tested Bill O'Reilly when Bill O'Reilly was not exposed to the masses. So I know what Bill O'Reilly did.
You market tested him?
Yes. I work for...
and what were the results?
I work for ASI.
But what were the results?
That's a market research company.
Yeah. What were the results? He was a win?
I'm not 100% sure whether that was a win or not, because I marketed something. Even back when what was that dude? I can't think of the guy's name. McFadden. What was his name?
I don't know. Anyways, Russ, I gotta go. We can talk. Let's talk again later. But last comment for you. I noticed that when you started talking about the music stuff and Joel's work and the jazz and whatever they were playing, you started sounding blacker. Did you notice that?
I have no idea what you're talking about, dude.
He's talking white all of a sudden. I'm just kidding. Anyways, man, nice talking with you.
That's kind of sad, though.
It's funny. It's not sad. It's funny. It's cute.
It's not funny. It's sad because you do the same thing that Jesse says. I didn't know that you were black because you talk white. I talk the way I talk, man.
Hey, I do too, but see, people say I copy Jesse, and Jesse rubs off on me. And then people, and Malku the X just said that I talk black when I'm mad. And I think that might be true. Anyways, Russ, I gotta go. Let's talk again.
No problem, man.
All right. Nice
so
to hear
are
from
you gonna say call me again? Because that's one thing that Justin never says to me.
Oh, what a woman! Don't be like that, Russ. But I said we'll talk again.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of girly to be like. Jesse never tells me to call him again.
It's not girly. It's not girly at all. It's not girly at all.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm reading into it. But nice talking with you, man.
If I said that if I met you in the corner, I beat you behind, then I'd be violent and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
no.
Whatever, man.
All right.
It's fine. Whatever you say. All right.
All right.
It's your platform, so whatever. All right, man.
Thank you. Take care.
All right.
All right. Let me get to, man, I have so many calls, so I'm just going to try to get to all this stuff. And you already basically heard what I was pretty much going to say about Bernie. Trump tweeted, it was pretty funny. He thanked Elizabeth Warren for sinking his campaign. Anyways, Daniel out of Houston, Texas. Daniel, how are you doing?
Hey.
Hey,
how are you? I'm well. So I'll move things along since I know you got other callers on the line.
Appreciate it.
To the two previous callers, I think they understood this in the end that they can do their own shows if they don't like how things are going. I think you're doing a great job, man. You are truly doing God's work. And just one thing I want to throw in there. Last night on the Ralph Report, there was a debate between Halsey, who's Jewish, and Captain Tezarech of the True Israelites, I guess, movement or community.
The Black Hebrew Israelites?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They go by True Israelite.
Okay.
It was a very interesting debate in that they're both kind of talking around each other. It's very much this identity politics on each side, trying to claim that title of the True Israelite.
Yeah.
And I was listening to the debate the whole time, just thinking, Jesse Lee Peterson or you or, anybody who understands, God would just have a field day with these guys. If I don't know, like if that's something you might find fruitful, that might be something to look into, is getting these guys on the show and saying, why is this important to you to be a true Israelite? Like, what is the value in that?
Yeah.
So that's just my thought, but I'll let you go, man.
All right.
I'll go.
Appreciate it, Daniel. Take care, man.
All right. Bye.
Bye. I hung out with some Black Hebrew Israelites, or whatever they call themselves, over in Las Vegas when Jesse Lee Peterson debated one of their top guys on stage at their event that they held. They invited Jesse Lee Peterson over to do a debate with them, and it was live streamed on their stuff. It's out there on YouTube, and it's in Jesse Lee Peterson's playlists. If you go to Jesse Lee Peterson's YouTube channel, scroll down, I think it's playlist titled "Speaking in Reports." It's pretty interesting. I was there; it was fun. And though these particular ones that were over in Vegas were not as nutty and evil, maybe they were a little nutty because, I mean, to call yourself an Israelite and you're a Black American, to me, I don't know. But, yeah, it's interesting. I do think that they do get a bit of an ego trip out of it, and they believe in this so-called white supremacy thing, which is dumb. So anyways, let me get to Josh out of Georgia. Josh, thanks for calling.
Hey, what's going on, James?
Not much. Good to hear from you.
Yes, sir. I called in as a substitute Earl last Sunday. If you
Oh,
remember.
okay. Yeah. You
My
know
bad.
who I
nervous,
I
man.
thought you were. I thought you were
Hot computer.
No. I didn't think it was Hot Computer Smell because I could tell it was a guy.
Okay.
I thought it was that guy from Chicago. I'm blanking on his name.
Oh, Tyrone or
No, not Tyrone. I'm blanking on his name.
Tyrone.
I'll remember it later.
Okay.
Yeah. Not Jason. Anyways,
Okay.
he's a friend.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just calling about on the gay topic. The guy a few calls ago, he I realized that I kind of used to hate gay people like that too. You know, because I saw it as nasty.
It is.
But
yeah.
yeah, it is. But now that I look at it, it's probably really no worse than having sex out of wedlock, really. But
well, I don't know
again,
if I don't know. I don't
worse?
know.
Yeah.
But I know that they're both wrong. And
Right.
yeah.
Right.
And
And
you know,
can't
this
say
sex
what's
out of
worse or
wedlock
not,
thing.
right?
I bet you this sex out of wedlock thing was part of what led to this acceptance of it, because everybody's so degenerate anyways, and they know that
Right.
they're degenerate. They know that they're perverted, so they might as well accept these other people's perversion and feel better about themselves for it. So,
Right. And oral sex is sodomy too, and that's
Gross.
common amongst straight people nowadays. You know.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So-called
And so
straight.
trying to figure out which one is worse, that has to do with the what's the knowledge of good and evil, right? That's
Yeah.
what we shouldn't do. Like, what sin is worse than this sin, right? Or you know,
Right.
That's what
It is a waste, and people. There's a lot of Christians that think that they cannot overcome sin, and they're part of the problem. They may not realize that they're part of the problem. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah,
I
thank
just
you,
wanted
Josh.
to check in. I'll let you get to your other callers, man. I didn't want to
All right.
take up my
Appreciate
time,
that.
but appreciate everything, man. Keep the show going, man.
All right. Take care.
No problem.
In 7 minutes or so, I'm going to open the treasure chest on D-Live, and Joel's going to shock me and surprise me. I'm going to jump out of the chair when he clicks that sound. Paramedic out of Florida. Paramedic, it's good to hear from you. Thanks for calling yesterday, by the way. You had a good call yesterday.
Man. Yeah, I was calling. I completely agree with you. I don't know why everyone's so bent out of shape about it. The overreaction is causing things to happen that wouldn't normally, as in our government overreach.
Oh, you're talking about this coronavirus thing. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. True.
They're passing a whole bunch of stuff. You know, all the big companies are making the most money ever. And then everyone's excited and excited for the $1,200. Meanwhile, they're living in fear.
It reminds me so much of what a lot of you guys were sounding the alarm about, the Patriot Act or whatever, where after 9/11, the terror attack, there was these laws that were passed, or government did these things to take away more of Americans' rights in the name of so-called security, and people were freely giving up their rights when the government has not been protecting us even with that stuff. So they've allowed more and more crimes and terror attacks to happen, and they're continuing to allow in illegal aliens, diseases, homeless people's bums diseases, rats, all kinds of crazy foreign bugs and sicknesses and all that stuff. and
And
refugees, and they don't care about us. They're not protecting us.
absolutely
Yeah.
not. And another thing too is like all this phony togetherness.
Yeah.
I own a small business. I cut grass, and I go to these people's houses, and they're all, they're trying to be nice, but it's the phony nice. And I see their garage door open, and they've got I'm not even kidding you. This morning they had 12 packs or 12 boxes of commercial toilet paper in their garage.
Dang.
It's just phony and fear, and
Yeah.
it's just the same thing all over again. I guess that's kind of what the American people deserve.
Yeah. It is.
But
Yeah, we need a wake-up call and to snap out of this mess.
and also another thing too, man. I forgave my parents, and I quit judging and quit listening to my thoughts. And man, that is some of the realest stuff. I did that over Christmas.
Yeah.
And it's just a few months ago now, but I shouldn't judge, where I was and where I am now, but some of the awful things are starting to fall away from me, and it's just happening naturally,
That's
Weird.
good to hear. Yeah, that's cool. And
Yeah.
it seems like that's how life is supposed to be. And yes, you are supposed to commit to doing right too. But people, it's nice to hear stories of people breaking free and forgiving, and suddenly they see clearer too, more clearly. That's
Yep.
cool.
All right, brother.
Great
Well,
report,
thanks for
man.
taking my call, Hake.
All right. Take care.
Later.
Take care. Man, see, and that stuff is what's encouraging to me about this, more so than anything regarding what Trump may or may not do about the online censorship stuff. If guys like that are waking up, man, there's no stopping the good men, right? And even if the rest of the nation or world goes to hell, it's supposed to. And but yet there's these people that are actually presenting a good example. It's so ridiculous. One of the questions I wanted to ask to Chadwick Moore, the the guy who was on my show yesterday, I won't mention his sexuality. I wanted to know if he was glad that Trump so far is refusing to wear a mask to cover his face, because all of these Democrat politicians, Governor Ralph Northam, can you go into yesterday's folder? There was a picture that I didn't get to of Governor Ralph Northam of Virginia, is he? I forget which state, but he's the one who is for killing babies in the womb and possibly even outside of the womb. It was unclear, but it seemed like he was for infanticide. Well, he also got in more trouble for wearing supposedly, allegedly, blackface, dressing up as black. And that was a big controversy, ridiculously, several months ago. Well, NBC Washington tweeted, in a striking moment, Governor Ralph Northam put on his own black face mask, meaning meaning a face mask that happens to be black, but they said black face mask. He urged every Virginian to do the same. And that's according to NBC4DC.com. And they deleted that tweet, by the way, but because it sounded like he put on his own black face mask, but it was a black face mask. I guess somebody didn't catch that it was reminiscent of blackface. But anyways, or maybe it was on purpose and it was a joke, but it made people laugh. Ridiculous, right? But also, just looking in that picture of him, he's putting on this mask, and it just looks undignified for a politician to be wearing it. He's not in front of people. He's not around people except for the cameraman, maybe. And anyways, he's supposed to be healthy, right? And so him, the Los Angeles mayor, and according to my coworker, Chris, the LA mayor, Eric Garcetti, he was wearing a mask, and it's on my Hake News, actually, from a few days ago. But he said that last night, he said that he's mandating that all people, wear a mask anytime that they go to so-called essential businesses like grocery stores and things. I went to a grocery store yesterday. I didn't wear a mask. Several people were not, and a bunch of people were. But actually, there were a few workers who were not too. Bagging guy, I don't think he was. But actually, the checkout lady was not either. But 2 times ago, they were. She was. But yeah, now starting Friday, you're gonna have to be wearing a mask. What a mess! But you can just wear a bandana and look like a robber from the Old West. Crazy. Let me get to this stuff. So Bernie is out. Bernie Sanders suspended his campaign, I guess, today. Tulsi Gabbard, the only borderline almost respectable politician on the Democrat Party, suspended hers the other week, a few weeks ago, I guess. And she endorsed Joe Biden. Talk about lack of... That's not worth respecting. Oh, I got to open the treasure chest. And so I guess that leaves Joke Biden for the demon rats. I like that word, demon rats. But real Donald Trump tweeted. I have this tweet for you guys. Bernie Sanders is out. Thank you to Elizabeth Warren. If not for her, Bernie would have won almost every state on Super Tuesday. This ended just like the Democrats and the DNC wanted, Democrat National Committee. Same as the crooked Hillary fiasco from 4 years ago. The Bernie people should come to the Republican Party. Trade. That's funny. President Trump. Trolling for Christ. Right on. I'm opening the treasure chest now, guys. So, let me read this. Nutty woman alert, by the way. You guys heard from Alyssa Milano? She or some other feminist female wants Trump impeached for pushing hydroxychloroquine, or however it's spelled. But there's no proof that it doesn't work or that it's bad for you. So she's a nutcase. And then there's this other woman, Naomi Watts, documents her, I guess her own quarantine meltdown as appliances break on the same day. Crazy. Anyways, let me read some of the super chats. I'm falling behind here. I told the That's Racist one. Noah's Ark, Kansas donated a diamond on dlive.tv/the Hake Report. Are you a open or closet black? It's all you talk about. Good point, Noah's Ark, Kansas. I do talk about blacks a lot. And no, I am not black. Only on the inside. So I guess it's closet. Noah's Ark, Kansas gave a diamond and said, David has no peace. David, and Noah's Ark, Kansas is a good guy. So consider what he's saying, David, out of Kentucky. Noah's Ark, Kansas. Follow him on Twitter. Pyrus777 with the diamonds. Thank you. Beard the Butcher gave a diamond and said about, I believe, about Russ from Virginia. He blind. Yeah. Giovanni A. Here. Always here. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Pyrus777 with another diamond. And C. Sion said, I like Earl, Tyrone, and Russ. Laughing face, laughing face, laughing, crying face, laughing, crying face. Appreciate that, guys. And congratulations to the luckiest followers. Reed Johnson, always supportive. Thank you, Reed. Nice to see you, man. Grace Face, Take Care Business Bear, Pyrus777, Saved 1818, The Faithful Few, The Proud. And thank you to Noah's Ark, Kansas, Pyrus777. CC Beard the Butcher, That's Racist, Portman, Paramedic, Floshinsky, Shaggy Boy, Graceface. Thank you, guys. That's so cool. Now, let me quickly get to a little bit more about this pastor guy. His daughter, 28-year-old young woman, said his mission, this pastor who died, his mission, and he said he criticized mass hysteria over this coronavirus thing, and he's right about it, but it's also a serious thing, and he should have been looking out for his health. I think I'm speculating, but I think that he should have been looking out for his health for years leading up to this, right? Lots of people in the South are overweight and not totally healthy. So, guys, I love the South. Get healthy. And actually, me too. His mission was to go into pubs, clubs, and bars, play the blues, connect with musicians, and just tell them that Jesus loved them. That's what Spradlin's 28-year-old daughter told the BBC, which is a far-left, un-American outlet. They're British. So it's a shame. He was right, though. He said, it's a real issue, but I believe the media is pumping out fear and doing more harm than good, and he was right. It will come and it will go. Although he went, too. So, rest in peace to Randon Spradlin. The media hates you, but the media hates everybody who's decent. All right? What a shame. I don't know if it mentioned how old he was, but he didn't look old enough to be dying. So, guys, take care of yourself. I heard smoking marijuana could make your lungs more susceptible. But anyways, pot sales are spiking because everybody's inside. What else are you going to do? But anyways, what a shame. Take care, guys. Again, Get a Job's Teespring store, teespring.com/stores/get a job. Mine is if you go to thehakereport.com, click on Teespring, it's in the menu. You'll get to mine. I have some cool t-shirts and stickers and other things. One sticker right here. Also a Get a Job sticker. Cool. Right on. And for Jesse Lee Peterson stuff, jlptalk.com goes directly to his radio show page. It's also jesseleepeterson.com/show. Nice, huh? All right, guys. Take care.